Today I'm facing off the 32 best NBA players in a Battle Royale tournament. They'll be competing in 6 different challenges until there's only 1 player remaining. And for this first challenge, I've put every single player on their own team with a bunch of 40 overalls. And we will be eliminating 14 players, so we will go down to just 18. And how this one is going to work, we're going to simulate through a season, and the 18 most with the most points per game will move on. The 14 with the least points per game will be eliminated. But let's just simulate through the season and see who the best scorers are. All right, we made it to the end of the season. Giannis won MVP, averaging 79 points and 53 rebounds, which is just insane. But the awards don't matter. We got to come over here to league leaders, and it was Anthony Edwards leading the league with 79.2 points, tying with Giannis. But the players that will be moving on from this challenge are Anthony Edwards, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Zion Williamson, Jason Tatum, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Davis, Victor Wembanyama, Paolo Banchero, Jaylen Brown, Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid, Franz Wagner, Steph Curry, Ja Morant, and lastly, Jalen Brunson. Meaning the players that are eliminated is Devin Booker, Cade Cunningham, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Jaren Jackson Jr., LaMelo Ball, Trae Young, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard, Karl Anthony Towns, Damian Lillard, Tyrese Halliburton, James Harden, and lastly, Jalen Williams. He averaged just 47.3 points per game, so far off that 79. But with just 18 players remaining now, let's hop into challenge number 2. Challenge number 2, we are going to be facing off our remaining players in a 3-point contest. We'll go from the highest points first down to the lowest. And in first place, it was none other than Steph Curry. He ended up scoring 26 points. In second place, we had Jalen Brunson, and he actually tied Steph Curry, also scoring 26 points. So I guess he's kind of first place as well. But in third, we had Nikola Jokic scoring 25 points. In fourth was Luka Doncic with 24 points. In fifth was Jason Tatum, also with 24 points. In sixth was Jaylen Brown, also with 24 points. Then in seventh, it was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scoring 23 points. In eighth was Anthony Edwards, also scoring 23 points. And in ninth, it was LeBron James, also scoring 23 points. Originally, I was going to have 10 players move on from this challenge, but there ended up being 3 players tied for 10th place, so they're all going to be eliminated. Those players are Anthony Davis with 22 points, Victor Wembanyama also with 22 points, and then lastly, Franz Wagner also scored 22 points in the 3-point contest. And then the other players that were eliminated, in 13th was Joel Embiid, scoring just 21 points. Then we had 4 players tied with 20 points. It was Zion Williamson, Paolo Banchero, Kevin Durant had a terrible round, scoring just 20 points. And lastly, we had Ja Morant with 20 points. And then in last place, 18th place in the 3-point contest, you probably could have guessed, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo, scoring just 13 points. Moving on to challenge number 3, just 9 players remaining, and I put all the players on their own team with a bunch of 40 overalls again. We're simulating through another season, and the 5 players with the most stocks, steals, and blocks averaged throughout the season will move on. The 4 with the least stocks will be getting eliminated. So again, we'll start off with the player with the most stocks. We had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 4.4 steals and 3.1 blocks for a total of 7.5 stocks. Next up was Jason Tatum with 2.6 steals and 3.8 blocks for a total of 6.4 stocks. Then it was Anthony Edwards with 3.2 steals and 3.2 blocks, also for a total of 6.4 stocks. In fourth was Luka Doncic with 3.5 steals and 2.8 blocks for a total of 6.3 stocks. And then our final player moving on is Nikola Jokic with 3.7 steals and 2.5 blocks for a total of 6.2 stocks. So the players that were eliminated were Jaylen Brown with 3 steals, 3.1 blocks for a total of 6.1 stocks, LeBron James with 2.6 steals and 3.4 blocks for a total of 6 stocks, Steph Curry with 2.1 steals and 2.7 blocks for a total of just 4.8 stocks, and in last, it was Jalen Brunson. He averaged just 2 steals per game and 1.2 blocks per game for a total of 3.2 stocks per game. And with just 5 players remaining, our next challenge is a race. Each player will be running from free throw line to free throw line, timed with the ball in their hand. Top 3 will be moving on. Bottom 2 will be eliminated. We started things off with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and he put in a very fast time of 3.133 seconds. After him was Jason Tatum. He was a lot slower than SGA, running it in just 3.5 seconds. Then we had Anthony Edwards. He barely ran faster than Tatum, finishing in 3.4 seconds. Then we had Luka Doncic. I thought he was going to be really slow, but he ran it in 3.1 seconds. And lastly, it was Nikola Jokic running the race in 3.8 seconds, meaning Jason Tatum and Nikola Jokic will be eliminated. And for our next challenge with just 3 players remaining, our players have to hit a game-winning shot. The 2 fastest players to hit one will move on to the final challenge. We're starting off with Luka Doncic. How this works, I controlled both teams. I let the shot clock run down to 3 seconds. Then I switched off both teams, so it was CPU versus CPU. And then the player just had to hit the game-winning shot. Luka clutched up, hitting the shot on attempt number 1 right over Jordan Poole. Then I moved on to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, swapping out with 3 seconds left. Again, guarded by Jordan Poole, and he just passed up the shot, got the shot back, and then bricked the 3-pointer. He was so close to hitting that. Moving on to SGA's second attempt, and this time he tried driving, getting inside the 3-point line, but again missed the shot. Then on to SGA's third attempt. This time he ended up just passing up the ball to Lou Dort, and then Lou Dort missed the 3-pointer. We're not going to count that as an attempt since he didn't actually attempt to shoot. But then on his 4th attempt, he did the same thing, this time passing to Chet, and then Chet hit the game-winning 3-point shot. So the game ended. SGA ended up only attempting 2 shots, but missed both. So I decided to move on to Anthony Edwards. And on his first attempt, he did not pass up the ball, put up a really tough 3, and bricked it. And then moving on to Ant's second attempt at the game-winning shot. For some reason, he just held the ball super late, was super covered, and hit the 3. So Anthony Edwards hits the game-winning shot in 2 attempts, meaning SGA is eliminated, and him and Luka Doncic will be moving on to the finals. And for our final challenge, we have 5 Luka Doncic's facing off against 5 Anthony Edwards. We got a full court 5v5 in blacktop. First team to 11 is going to win this and become our Battle Royale champion. Edwards from 2, and he drains the shot. We are going up by 1s and 2s. That's how blacktop always works. Let's see if Luka can answer back. Luka, and it's stolen by Ant, and he's not going to take that shot. Gonna hold on for it. Little hop step dunk. That was insane. I mean, this dunk just makes absolutely no sense. Like, how did he get the height on that? Luka needs something on this possession. And Ant with a steal. Gonna get past Luka. Pulls up. That's a bucket. 4-0 for Anthony Edwards. It is not looking good for Luka. Driving in the post. And he misses the layup. And with another stop. Can he increase the lead even more? Inside with another big dunk. Anthony Edwards is taking over this game. Luka, you have to score. Luka driving inside, pulling up, and finally Luka gets his first points on the board. Anthony Edwards almost halfway to the score limit though. He scores here, he's there, and he just breaks Luka's ankles. I mean, he just stunned Luka right here. Luka was just frozen. He didn't know what to do. And he gives Ant another easy dunk. Honestly, I think it's all but over for Luka. I do not see him coming back here. Luka to Luka. Luka. There's a layup for him. And again, just driving past Luka with ease. He hits another shot. I did not expect this blowout. Luka driving. Tough layup. It's no good. Gets his own rebound. Out to Luka from 2. And he drains the 2-pointer. Lead cut down to 3. I mean, he has not been able to play defense on Ant at all. Again, Ant just ISOing against him, not even using the other versions of himself. And again, a massive dunk. Anthony Edwards is unstoppable. Luka to Luka. Luka wide open, but he doesn't take the shot. Instead, he drives, hits the layup anyways. It's definitely not over, but he just cannot stop Ant at all. There's another layup. Luka, nice behind the back there. Tough layup. It's no good. Ant with the board. Ant to Ant. Ant. Ant driving, little hop step. That's a bucket. And Ant is at game point. One more point, and it is game over. Luka in the post. He doesn't really need post shots. He needs 2-pointers if he wants any chance at coming back. Little left-handed shot there is good. Ant can win it all on this possession. Let's see who he gives the ball to. He's going to keep it with himself. Driving past Luka, pulling up. It's no good. Luka goes out of bounds with the game on the line. All right, let's see if Ant will end it here. See if he just ISOs again. Him ISOing has been pretty much the best way to score. Passes it to himself inside. Tough layup is no good again. Finally, Luka getting some stops. It might be a little too late, though. Luka fading. There we go. He gets another point. But again, Ant can win it on any possession. He just has to get any sort of bucket. He's in the ISO. Loses his takeover badge. Driving, pulling up. And he misses again. I think that's 3 misses in a row for Ant. Luka loses the ball, and Luka gets the ball back. That was almost really bad for Luka. Inside again, misses that layup. Can Ant finally end the game? He's going to ISO here. Gets around Luka inside for a massive dunk. And Anthony Edwards is our champion, our Battle Royale champion, defeating the 32 best players in the NBA. If you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure to check out the video on screen right now. And I'll see you next time. Peace.